everybody, I'm Edie and welcome to Garden of Edie. I reversed my super high blood pressure eating garden food. No pills, just plants, and you can too. So join me in my garden and join me in my kitchen and we will show you all sorts of fabulous, delicious, healthy recipes that will heal whatever ails you. Today we're in the kitchen cooking up something spicy and warm. This is going to be a smoky cumin and chipotle carrot soup. You know, I get my inspiration when I go to the farmer's market. So we're gonna have a surprise ending, but I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet. But you know, we found these delicious, what they call Nantes carrots. They're French carrots, and they're sweet from the inside out. You know how you eat a carrot sometimes and it's kind of bitter in the middle? Well, not with the Nantes. They are amazing. And you know, carrots are so great. We know they're great for our eyes, but any fruit or vegetable that has a lot of color in it is great for your entire body. Antioxidants and all those great things. Anti-aging, you know, how I care about that. And of course, this recipe has a lot of delicious spices. It's got the cumin, it has the chipotle, it has these peppercorns, and we also have some smoked pimenton, which is paprika. It is gonna be delicious, so let's get started. Now, I got this idea for a recipe from Chef Lior Serzaz. He has that spice shop, La Boite, in New York City. And I love taking really wonderful chefs that I like and I change their recipes to be healthier. So I get some of their ideas by their spice combinations, but you know what? I always take out the oil and I always take out the salt and sugar as well. But what do you do when you're sauteing onions? You get your pot hot and you pour in your onions and give it a stir. So onions, have you ever noticed like when they become translucent, they're kind of oily, right? They're oily. Well, that's because onions create their own liquid and oil. So I sometimes will saute onions without oil and get them really translucent and really brown and then blend it into a sauce. Or I'll blend it when it's cold and I'll put it on salad dressings as a salad dressing with other spices. So these are really great tips. I'm just gonna keep stirring, but what I like to do after about a minute, I put on the cover. And this is where the magic happens because the water is gonna come up to the top, it's gonna steam in its own juices, and the oils are gonna be released. And it usually does not stick to the pan. Okay, so it still needs to release some of its juices, but what you wanna do is turn the heat down to like low. And that way it'll slowly cook and release its oils and its juices, but just make sure to cover it. Okay, everybody, now you can see that the onions are a little wilted. That's what you want. Next, we want to put in the garlic. Never put the garlic in with the onions first because it will burn and it will be bitter, and you do not want that. We're gonna add all these spices, the chipotle, the cumin, the sweet paprika, smoked sweet paprika, and the peppercorns. Next, we're gonna put in some celery. These are 2 sticks of celery, 2 celery sticks. And this is about 9 medium carrots, Nantes carrots, these delicious, delicious carrots. So at this point, you want to keep stirring all the ingredients together because you want the celery, the carrots, the onions, everything really covered in these spices. All right, the onions and the carrots and the celery and the spices have been melding together for about 8 minutes. And you can tell when it's ready because you can smell it. Smell-o-vision, it smells really good. So the next step, and this is really important, take note, we're gonna add a half a cup of freshly squeezed orange juice. I like Valencia oranges because they have the most juice and they have the best flavor for your soup. Not the navel, make sure you get the Valencia. Now, do not do anything else. Do not pour the water in. You're gonna be tempted. Don't pour the water in yet. And the reason why is this orange juice is now gonna cook for about 5 minutes with all these vegetables. And it's gonna infuse them with such a brightness of that orange juice. If you add the water, it dilutes it. And you don't even really taste the orange juice. So it's really important, just put in the orange juice and let it simmer together for about 5 minutes. Okay, it's been 5 minutes and I just finished putting in the water, and we are gonna cover it and simmer it on medium-low or low for about 20 minutes. Okay, it's been 20 minutes. Oh, it smells so good. All we have to do is blend it. Be really careful because it's hot. So I like not to fill it up all the way to the top, because if it's too high and it's too much liquid, it could just spurt all over you. You gotta be really careful. It's pretty high. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I think it's okay because it's not so much liquid, it's so many vegetables. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this top on, like this, and get the towel, okay? Because it might wanna push itself out, and we don't want that to happen. Start it on low. Turn up. All right, we're all blended up. I'm gonna give it a taste. Always taste your food, okay? Before you serve it. Always taste your food before you serve it. You know what, this is really good. It has all the different spices. You can taste every single one of these spices. And the carrots, these non-taste carrots, are super sweet. But wait, I didn't forget the surprise. Do you remember I said I was gonna have a surprise for you? Well, I do. I made a second batch, but wait. This is carrots too, but why is it so dark? Well, you know when you go to the farmer's market, you get all sorts of great ideas, and we got a great idea because enter scarlet carrots. And when you open them up, they're scarlet on the inside too. So I thought it would be so much fun to make the exact same recipe using the two different types of carrots, and we're just gonna make a beautiful presentation using these two soups. So since we made two different soups, the same soup, but two colors, one with the scarlet carrots and one with the orange carrots, they have a little bit of a taste profile difference, just a little bit. One's a little smokier tasting, one's a little sweeter. This is sweeter, this is a little bit more smoky. It maybe absorbed or didn't have as much sweetness, so it took on the spices in a different way. So why not have the best of both worlds? So what I like to do is pour some of the soup in two different glass measuring cups, and at the same time, they're the same thickness, so it's gonna work. If you had one really thin and one really thick, it wouldn't work. But I like to pour them right at the same time, equal amounts. So now we have half deep orange and half light orange. And it makes a beautiful, beautiful soup. And then I like to get one of these little zesters, and I zest some of the carrot, the dark, and the light. And then we just adorn this adorable and delicious soup. What a great way to serve your guests. They're gonna be impressed, like, how did you do that? And say, it's my secret from the Garden of Eden, even though there are no secrets in the Garden of Eden. Enjoy, you're gonna love this soup, and let me know what you think.